Hey, welcome back everyone. Today I'm going to take you through how to wire a three-way light switch. And if you don't know what a three-way light switch is, it's if you've ever been in a room and you've got two light switches that control the same light, and no matter which one you flip, it's either going to turn it on or off, or they'll both do it. Well, those are two three-way light switches that are controlling that light, and what I'm going to show you today is how to wire it. And the first one will be when the power comes into the two light switches and then the light third, and then the second way I'm going to show you how to wire it is when the power goes into one light switch, then to the light, and then to the second light switch. So stay with me and I'll take you through it. Okay, so we have our first setup here, and we've got the two light switches first and then the light second. And before I get started, I just want to explain to you exactly how the three-way switch works. So what's different about a three-way switch is you have this common screw down here, but you also have two traveler screws at the top, one on the right side and one on the left side. And when you flip the switch, what it's doing is it's changing the connection between the hot wire coming in here into the common to this screw and then that screw, back and forth. As you flip up and down, it's changing the connection from here to there, from here to there. Okay, that's how that works. And then you also have a ground screw over here on the left hand side. Okay, so basically that's pretty, instead of just flipping on and off, it's actually toggling the power from left to right. That's what's happening there. So now let's follow the power in from the panel via this wire. Okay, we're going to come in, we're going to follow the black hot wire first down here to the common screw. Okay, and then what's going to happen is it's always going to then leave the switch from the top left traveler up here. Okay, the top left traveler, it's going to come out and around, and it's going to connect to the top left traveler on the next switch. So remember, the travelers are always connected to at the same side. So when a wire leaves on the top left here, it's going to connect on the top right here. The same thing with the other traveler. It'll always connect the top right here to the top right over here. Got it? Okay. So then after we've got the black wire coming in to the top left traveler onto this switch, it's going to leave the common here out over to the light and attach to the black wire on the light switch. Okay. on the light fixture. Now, we talked in an earlier video about 14-3 wires. So when you've got the 14-3, the third wire is going to be the red wire, and that's for this three-way lighting scenario. So when you have a little section here of a 14-3 wire, you're going to have a red wire inside. I'm not using a 14-3 at the moment. I just got an extra red wire that I have outside of the insulation here, just to show you for illustration purposes. Okay, and we're using the red only on the traveler. Okay, the top right traveler all the way around to the top right traveler again on this switch. Got it? Let's follow the white wire now, and when it comes into the first box, it's just going to be capped off on its own. Okay, and then it's going to be capped off with the next wire together over into this box, where it's going to be capped off again with the wire going to the fixture. So what this means is the white wire coming in from the panel never touches the switches. It just goes to the cap, and then over to the white wire on the light fixture. Okay, so that part's pretty simple, and only the hot wire is coming in to the light switches, and then it's going to be operated by a couple of traveler wires. Okay. Now let's finally talk about the ground. So the ground's going to come in, and always the ground wires are going to get tied together, attached to the light switch, and then also you want a jumper to come off of the cap and attach to the ground screw inside the box. I didn't do it at this moment, trying to keep this thing as clear as possible for the video, but you're going to do that again, all the ground wires together, even on this switch at the bottom here, and then have a jumper go to the box, and then when the other one comes across, this fixture happens to have its own ground wire, which is green here, and it's tied in to the box. If you didn't have a fixture that had that, you'd want to be tying into the ground for the light fixture, and then another one for the box itself. It's possible you have a ceiling box like this instead of just a recessed light like that, and you'd be attaching it to one of the ground screws. Okay, so now let's talk about the other configuration that we talked about, which is when the power comes in to a light switch and then goes to a light, and then from there goes to the other light switch. Okay, so we're back. I rearranged this and rewired it, and now we've got the power coming into the first switch with a light in between, and then the second switch on the other side, almost as if it was coming into a room, going up to the ceiling, and then to the other side of the room. So the way this one will work is, this is the power coming in, and you have the black wire, the common, going onto the common screwed on the bottom right hand side of the first three-way switch. And then you're going to have a black wire going out on the 14.3 cable, right? The black wire going out from the top left traveler, going over towards the light, but not getting connected to the light, just getting capped off and continuing over to the top left of the other switch. Okay, so the black goes directly from the top left of the one switch all the way to the top left of the other. Okay, got that? Okay, then from there you've got the 14.3 wire again, so we've got 14.3 going both directions. The 14.3 red wire now for the top right traveler coming across, capping off with red here and continuing to the top right traveler for this switch. So the red line basically goes from the top right here to the top right here with just a wire nut in between at the light. Got it? Okay. Okay, now let's talk about the white wire. So we're coming in from power here, okay? And when the white wire comes into the first switch box, it's not going to touch the switch. It's immediately going to get capped off with the white wire that's going to head over towards the light. Okay, now the white wire is actually what's going to get wired into the light. So first you're going to wire the incoming white wire to the white wire that's connected to the light itself down here. Okay, and then you're going to take the white wire that's going over to the next switch, and you're going to wire that to the black on the light fixture, and you're going to tape it off with a piece of electrical tape indicating that this is also hot. Okay, it's going to come around, and that white wire is going to be added to the common screw down here, again with black tape, to indicate to anyone else opening the box later that this is the hot wire. Okay, so that's how the white wire is managed. And when you really look at this setup one more time, what's important to understand really with any three-way switch application is the wire that's on the traveler screw on the top right is this. These wires are going to be connected to one another, and the same thing with the traveler screw on the left. Those lines are going to be connected directly to one another. That's what you really need to make sure that the light switch works properly. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. I'll do my best to reply pretty quickly, and I'm sure some of the other electricians that are on the channel will chime in also. Now, don't forget, I also have the video that shows you how to wire a single pole light switch. We did that last time. You can check that out. I'll leave that at the end screen. If this video helped you, please hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel. We'd appreciate it. And come back to watch the next one soon.